On my 30th birthday, my wife said she forgot and went out with friends. I tracked her location to a hotel. Instead of confronting her, I paid the front desk to deliver a cake to room 304 with the note, "Happy birthday to me. Enjoy the divorce." Her panic set in immediately. Original post: I, 30 male, turned 30 yesterday. Been with my wife, 28, for 6 years, married for 4. We talked about this birthday for months. She knew how much turning 30 meant to me. Weird milestone thing. Wanted to feel like I'd accomplished something by this age. Morning of my birthday, I woke up expecting something. Breakfast in bed maybe? A card? Literally anything. Nothing. She was on her phone when I came downstairs, didn't even look up. "Morning," I said. "Hey, running late, gotta go meet my friend for brunch, be back later." I stood there. "It's Tuesday, you took off of work?" "Yeah, needed a day, see you tonight." She grabbed her purse and left. No happy birthday, no acknowledgement, nothing. I sat at the kitchen table for maybe 20 minutes, just processing. Then my brother texted, "Happy 30th, bro. Big day, what'd she get you?" That's when it hit me. She actually forgot, or pretended to forget. Spent the day working from home, telling myself maybe she had a surprise planned for tonight. My mom called, my dad called, friends texted. Everyone remembered except my wife. Around 4 p.m., I checked Find My Friends. Yeah, we share locations. Her idea actually said it made her feel safer when traveling for work. The dot showed her at a hotel downtown. Not a restaurant, not a spa, a hotel. My stomach dropped. Tried calling, straight to voicemail. I could have driven there, could have burst into whatever room she was in, could have made a scene. Instead, I Googled the hotel number. "Hi, this is gonna sound weird, but my wife is staying in one of your rooms and it's my birthday. I'd like to send her a surprise cake. Can you help me out?" The front desk person was enthusiastic. "Oh, how sweet. What room?" "I'm not sure actually. Her name is on the reservation though." I gave them her full name. Clickety-clack of keyboard. "Found her. Room 304. When would you like the cake delivered?" "As soon as possible. Can you do 30 minutes?" "Absolutely. Any message?" I thought for exactly 3 seconds. "Happy birthday to me. Enjoy the divorce." Silence on the other end. "Sir, are you sure about that message?" "Never been more sure of anything." "Okay then, we'll have it delivered within the hour. The cake will be $65. Gave them my card info. Hung up. Then I called a divorce attorney my colleague had used last year. Left a message explaining I needed a consultation ASAP. Then I sat on my couch and waited. My phone started ringing at 5:43 p.m. My wife declined. She called again. Then texts started flooding in. "What the hell? Why would you do this? You're embarrassing me. Call me right now. This isn't funny." I didn't respond to any of them. Just screenshot everything. Around 6 p.m., a different number called. Answered. "What is wrong with you?" A woman's voice I didn't recognize. "Who is this?" "Her friend. You just humiliated her in front of everyone." "Everyone? I thought she was just with you for her friend's day." Silence. "Then you're a psycho. She deserves better." "Cool. She can have better without being married to me then." Hung up. The lawyer called back at 7 p.m. Explained the situation. He actually chuckled. "So you sent a divorce cake to a hotel where your wife was with? Who exactly?" "Great question. Not me on my birthday, that's for sure. I can see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Bring any financial documents you have, we'll talk strategy." My wife came home at 9:30 p.m. I was in the living room with a beer, watching TV. She walked in like a storm. "What the hell was that?" "A cake. For my birthday, since you forgot." "I didn't forget. I was planning a surprise party for this weekend." "Interesting. What hotel was the surprise party at?" Her face went red. "I wasn't." "It's not what you think." "What do I think?" "I was just hanging out with friends. You tracked me like a stalker." "You're the one who insisted on sharing locations." "And yeah, I tracked my wife on my birthday when she disappeared to a hotel. Crazy, right?" "Nothing happened. We were just drinking and someone got a room to keep hanging out." "Someone? Who's someone?" She didn't answer. "Was someone's name on the cake receipt?" "Room 304, registered under your name?" "It was a group thing. We all chipped in." "Cool story. I've got a lawyer appointment tomorrow morning. You should probably get one too." She started crying. "You're seriously doing this? Over a misunderstanding? You forgot my 30th birthday, spent the day at a hotel, and I'm the bad guy for sending a cake?" It was just a bad day. I've been stressed. You can't throw away 4 years of marriage over this. I stood up. Watch me. Went to the guest room. Locked the door. She knocked and cried outside for maybe 30 minutes before giving up. Slept better than I had in months, honestly. Update 1. 3 days later. Met with the lawyer. Turns out I'm in a decent position. House is in both our names, but I put down 80% of the down payment with money from my grandfather's life insurance. That matters apparently. The big thing though? The pinball machines. I collect and restore vintage pinball machines. Been doing it for 8 years. Have 6 fully restored machines in our garage worth about $45 total. All purchased and restored by me before the marriage or with my money during. Kept receipts for everything. Also have 2 more I'm working on that'll be worth another $15 when done. The lawyer said, those are likely your separate property, but document everything. Photos, receipts, serial numbers, restoration logs. Spent that afternoon photographing and cataloging everything. My wife was at her parents' house giving me space. Then the text started from her mom. How could you humiliate my daughter like this? She made one mistake. You're throwing away a marriage over a birthday? She's devastated, I replied once. She spent my 30th birthday at a hotel. I sent a cake. Now I'm sending divorce papers. Please direct all future communication through her attorney. Blocked the number. Day 4, my wife came home. I was in the garage working on a 1978 8-ball machine. We need to talk, she said. Talk to my lawyer. Stop being dramatic. I told you nothing happened. I kept working on the machine. Who was in the room? Silence. That's what I thought. It was my friend's boyfriend's friend. We were all just hanging out. It wasn't like that. Your friend's boyfriend's friend got a hotel room. You were there, on my birthday. That you forgot. I didn't forget. I was planning something. I finally looked at her. Even if I believed that, which I don't, you still chose to spend my actual birthday day at a hotel with other people instead of with me. That tells me everything I need to know. So that's it? 4 years done? Yep, she looked at the pinball machines. Fine, I want half of those then, and half the house and spousal support since I make less than you. There it was, the real reason she came back. Talk to my lawyer. Those machines are half mine, we're married. Nope, all purchased with my money. Documented, you never cared about them anyway. Called them garage trash last year. That's not fair. I supported you while you wasted money on them. You mean while I invested in appreciating assets? Cool. My lawyer has all the receipts showing their separate property. Her eyes narrowed. You're being vindictive. I'm being smart. There's a difference. She tried a different approach, softened her voice. Baby, please, can we just talk about this? Really talk? Nothing to talk about. I love you. I messed up. I'm sorry. Can we go to counseling? No. You won't even try? Try what? Try to believe your story? Try to forgive you spending my birthday at a hotel? Try to unhear you already planning to take half my stuff? Nah, I'm good. She started crying again. Where am I supposed to go? Your parents seemed welcoming. You're kicking me out of my house, our house, that I'm happy to sell and split the proceeds. Or you can buy me out, or I'll buy you out. Lawyer will send options. I can't afford to buy you out. Then selling it is. I'll move to an apartment. She stood there, probably expecting me to cave. When I went back to working on the machine, she finally left. Got served with her attorney's papers 2 days later. She's asking for half the house value, fair, half my retirement account. Legally, she's entitled to half of what I earned during marriage. Half the value of all pinball machines, $30 by her estimate, inflated. Spousal support for 3 years. Her car payment covered, in my name, stupid decision I made 2 years ago. My lawyer looked it over. This is aggressive but standard. We'll counter. The pinball machines are your separate property. We can prove it. Spousal support for 3 years is laughable given the short marriage and her employability. The car? That's annoying, but we'll handle it. Here's what killed me though. Found out from my brother, who heard from his girlfriend who's friends with my wife's coworker, that the friend's boyfriend's friend at the hotel was actually a guy she's been talking to from her gym. They've been workout buddies for 6 months. 6 months. Confronted her about it via text. Workout buddy from the gym. 6 months. Want to revise your story? Her, who told you that? That's a lie. Me, so you don't have a workout buddy named, actual name my brother told me? We're just friends. Just like you were just friends at the hotel? Nothing happened. We just talked. In a hotel room that you paid for, on my birthday, that you forgot. I didn't forget. I was planning something with everyone for this weekend. Me, it's been 5 days. Where's my surprise party? No response. The entitlement is actually impressive. She genuinely thinks she did nothing wrong and I'm overreacting. Her dad called yesterday. Actually seemed reasonable. Look, I know she messed up, but don't you think divorce is extreme? Sir, with all respect, she spent my milestone birthday at a hotel with another man and forgot about me entirely. What would you do? Long silence. I'd be pissed. Right, and I'm handling it legally and calmly. She says you're taking everything from her. I'm taking what's mine. She's entitled to her fair share of marital assets. That's it. The pinball machines? Separate property. All purchased before marriage or with documented separate funds. He sighed. She's been a mess since you filed. She made her choices. You're really not going to work this out? Nope. Thanks for calling. He didn't push. Seemed like he got it. Meanwhile, I've been sleeping better, eating better, actually enjoying my evenings. Started a new restoration project, 1980 firepower machine. Keeping busy helps. The divorce moves forward. Update 2. 5 weeks in, this got so much messier. First, she moved out officially. Her parents helped her load her stuff into a U-Haul. She tried to take the 65-inch TV I bought 2 months before we met. I had the receipt. She called me petty. Her mom called me selfish. Her dad told them both to just take her stuff and go. Smart man. Then came the deposition. For those who don't know, it's where both sides ask questions under oath before trial. My lawyer prepared me. Just answer honestly. Don't volunteer information. Stay calm. Her lawyer tried to paint me as controlling and vindictive. Asked about the cake stunt. Her lawyer, you sent a humiliating message on a cake to your wife in front of her friends? I sent a cake to my wife on my birthday that she forgot? Yes. With a message about divorce meant to embarrass her? With a message stating facts. It was my birthday and I was planning to file for divorce. You don't think that was cruel? I think forgetting your husband's milestone birthday to spend the day at a hotel with another man is cruel. I think a cake is pretty tame by comparison. My lawyer suppressed a smile. They asked about the pinball machines. Tried to argue they were marital property since some restoration work happened during marriage. Me, I have receipts showing purchase dates and amounts. All were purchased before marriage or with inheritance money that I kept separate. The restoration work is my labor, which added value to my separate property. Your wife supported you during these hobbies. My wife called them garbage and a waste of space multiple times. I have texts, if you'd like to see them. My lawyer smiled at one, but here's where it got good. Her deposition. You were at the hotel on your husband's birthday? Yes. Why? My friends and I were celebrating, just hanging out. Celebrating what? Nothing specific, just a girls' day. Were there men present? Some friends brought their boyfriends. Was there a man named the gym guy present? Yes. How do you know him? From the gym. How long have you known him? About 6 months. Would you describe him as a close friend? We work out together sometimes. Did you tell your husband about him? It never came up. In 6 months, it never came up that you had a male friend you spent multiple hours a week with? I didn't think it was relevant. Did anything romantic or physical happen between you two? No, we're just friends. At the hotel on your husband's birthday, were you alone with him at any point? Long pause. We talked in the hallway for a bit? Just the hallway? Another pause. And in the room briefly. But other people were there too. My lawyer has text messages from the gym guy's friend to another friend, obtained legally through discovery from gym guy's phone during the deposition process. Messages like, he finally got her to the hotel, and about time, and she said she'd leave her husband soon, presented them at her deposition. Her face went white. Those don't mean anything. He was confused. He was confused about you saying you'd leave your husband? I never said that. So this text is fabricated? I don't know. Maybe he misunderstood. She left that deposition looking like she'd seen a ghost. 2 days later, I got a Facebook message from the gym guy's ex-girlfriend. They broke up over this mess apparently. Just wanted you to know she's not innocent. They've been texting for months, meeting up outside the gym. She told him she was in a dead marriage and looking for a way out. Sorry you got dragged into this. She sent screenshots, months of flirty texts, planning meetups, my wife complaining about me. Nothing explicitly physical, but definitely emotional affair territory. Forwarded everything to my lawyer. This is good for us, he said. Shows fault, even if it's a no-fault divorce state. Helps our case against spousal support. The week after, she tried a new tactic. Showed up at my apartment. I'd moved out of the house. She refused to leave until the sale finalized. Can I come in? She asked. No. Please, I need to tell you something. Tell me from there. She took a breath. I'm pregnant. My heart stopped. What? 2 months. I just found out. I did the math. 2 months ago was right around my birthday. Hotel timing. Mine or his? Her face crumpled. How can you even ask that? Pretty easily, actually. Is it mine or the gym guy's? It's yours. We were together 2 months ago. Once. 2 months ago, right before my birthday. And you've been with him how many times since? I haven't been with him at all. The texts say otherwise. Those don't prove anything physical happened. So you're saying definitely mine? Yes. Great. Get a paternity test after it's born. If it's mine, I'll handle child support. If not, not my problem. You're not even gonna consider getting back together? For the baby? Not even a little bit. You'd let your child grow up in a broken home? My child would grow up with a father who respects himself. Better than growing up watching their dad get walked all over. I made a mistake, can't you forgive me? Nope, see you in court. Closed the door. She stood there crying for a while before leaving. Told my lawyer. He was less optimistic. If it's yours, this complicates things. Child support, custody, co-parenting, changes the whole dynamic. I know, but I'm not staying married because of a kid. That's worse for everyone. Agreed. Let's wait for confirmation. She's now using the pregnancy as leverage. Her lawyer sent a letter saying she needs the house because the baby needs a stable environment, and I should cover all medical expenses and give her extra in the settlement. My lawyer's response: paternity test required before any baby-related considerations. Client willing to discuss custody and support for his biological child only. Her lawyer sent back an angry letter about how insulting it is to demand a paternity test. My lawyer: then she shouldn't have been at a hotel with another man on her husband's birthday. Checkmate. Meanwhile, the house sold. We're splitting proceeds after paying off the mortgage, each getting about $62. Less than I'd hoped, but fair enough. I found a decent apartment near my work. Moving the pinball machines was a nightmare, but worth it. Set up a proper game room. Got my 1980 firepower running perfectly. Invited some friends over for a pinball tournament. Actually had fun. One of my friends brought his sister. She's into retro gaming. We talked for like 3 hours about classic arcade culture. Got her number. Not ready to date yet, but maybe someday. The divorce trial is set for 2 months from now unless we settle before. Her demands have gotten more reasonable. Translation: her lawyer probably told her she's screwed. She's now asking for her half of house sale, already agreed. 30% of my retirement earned during marriage, down from 50%. 8 CALage for the pinball machines, down from 30 CAL. 1 year spousal support at $500 a month, down from 3 years. I keep paying her car until it's paid off in 18 months. My lawyer's counter: her half of house sale, fine. 35% of retirement earned during marriage, split the difference. $0 for pinball machines, separate property, proof provided. 0 spousal support. She's employed full-time, short marriage, her fault and breakdown. I'll transfer car title and loan to her name, she handles payments. We're close to settling. The pinball machines are the sticking point. She's mad I won't give her anything for them. Says she tolerated them for years. My response through my lawyer: tolerating your spouse's hobbies doesn't entitle you to their value. Counteroffer: $0. Trial prep continues. Final update: 3 months later, settlement reached. Didn't go to trial. Her lawyer finally convinced her she wasn't going to win on the pinball machines and the spousal support was dead in the water given the circumstances. Final terms: house sale proceeds split, $62 each, done. She got 35% of retirement contributions during marriage, about 18K. Pinball machines, $0 to her, victory. Spousal support, bigger victory. Car, she assumed the loan and title transfer freedom. She pays her own legal fees, I pay mine. Cost me about $8,500 in lawyer fees total. Worth every penny. The baby situation resolved itself. 2 weeks after demanding paternity tests and medical coverage, she had a miscarriage. My lawyer and I both suspect she was never pregnant, just using it as leverage. Even if she was, the timing of the miscarriage right when legal pressure increased was suspicious. I didn't push it. If she lost a pregnancy, that's terrible regardless of paternity. If she made it up, she's dealing with that karma. Either way, not my problem anymore. Divorce finalized last week. Judge signed everything. It's over. She tried to reach out one more time. Email, I know you hate me. I don't blame you. But I need you to know I'm sorry. I should have been honest from the start. I should have cared more about your feelings. I hope someday you can forgive me. I read it twice, then deleted it. No response needed. My brother asked if I felt any relief or satisfaction now that it's done. Honestly, yeah, not in a vindictive way, just peace. Like I'd been carrying weight for months and finally set it down. The pinball machines are all set up in my new place. Game room looks amazing. I've gotten back into the restoration hobby full force. Picked up a 1979 Gorgar machine for cheap. Needs a lot of work, but it'll be worth $7 when I'm done. That woman from the pinball tournament? We've been seeing each other casually. Nothing serious yet. She came over last week to help me troubleshoot a solenoid issue on the 8-ball machine. We ordered pizza, fixed the machine, played a few games. It was easy, comfortable, no drama. She knows about the divorce. I was upfront about the whole mess. Her response, well, she's an idiot for picking some random gym guy over someone who can fix vintage pinball machines. Made me laugh. Life's not perfect. The divorce cost me money and time. I lost my down payment leverage on a house for now. My retirement took a hit. Some mutual friends sided with her based on whatever story she told them. But I kept my machines, kept my self-respect, got out before kids complicated things even more, and I'm sleeping fine at night. The best part? I'll never forget my 31st birthday. Already have plans. My brother's throwing me a party. Real friends, real celebration, and I'm definitely baking my own cake this time. No hotels involved. Looking back at that moment when I called the hotel and ordered that cake, best $65 I ever spent. Not because it humiliated her, but because it was the moment I decided I deserved better. And I do. My lawyer kept a copy of the cake receipt, said it was the most efficient divorce starter he'd ever seen. Most guys waste weeks or months trying to prove infidelity. You just sent a cake and moved on with your life. Pretty much. To anyone going through something similar, trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't waste time on people who don't prioritize you, and document everything. Receipts, texts, timelines. Makes the legal stuff way easier. Also, if you're thinking about getting into pinball restoration, do it. Therapeutic as hell and potentially profitable. Just keep detailed records of your purchases and work. You never know when you'll need to prove separate property in a divorce. The 1979 Gorgar is coming along nicely. Should have it fully restored by next month. Already have a buyer lined up for $6,800. Life goes on. And honestly, it's pretty good. Final thought, that cake delivery guy at the hotel? I wonder what he thought carrying a cake with "Happy Birthday to me, enjoy the divorce" written on it to room 304. Probably wasn't the weirdest thing he's delivered, but definitely top 10. Hope you got a good tip. I'm done here. Time to stop reliving the past and focus on the future. Got machines to fix and a life to rebuild. Thanks for following along. Peace.